Welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, we're going to be jumping into a brand new map called Rockingham for the very first time. Now, this map is a work-in-progress map by Red, the creator of this mod right here on the right, which is Tracker's Bronco. Now, some of you guys may remember Tracker's Bronco from the early stages of SnowRunner as well as MudRunner, and Red wanted to make it clear in the mod page for this map that because of some issues with the editor, this is not the final version of the map. It's an ever-evolving work in progress, so please do keep that in mind as we explore throughout the area. Now, what I'm really curious about, since I haven't explored this map at all yet, and you guys are getting to share that with me, what I'm very curious about is this going to bring back a lot of that MudRunner feel and a lot of that kind of MudRunner vibe, or is it going to be a little bit more of a new thing within the vibe of SnowRunner, or kind of a mixture of the two? But without any further ado, if you guys want to see what this map is all about, make sure you keep watching for the rest of the video. Now, we got a couple of vehicles in this map today. We've got this 2022 Toyota Tundra by YaBuddy, which you can find more information about on his Discord server in the description box down below. Just so you guys know, this is a branded PC-only truck, so it's not available on console due to the branding and a couple of other things. And I will say, the style between these two vehicles is very, very different. Whereas this is something that you could totally see being, you know, daily driven and then driven to the trails on the weekend. The Bronco, Tracker's Bronco, is a lot more like something that you would see trailered to a Top Truck Challenge event and, you know, get the crap wheeled out of it there. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that whatsoever. I'm just saying there are very different types of rigs. So what we're going to do is we're going to set off in this thing first. We're going to explore some trails, and then we're going to set off in the Tundra and explore some other trails with that. So let's fire it up. It sounds so good. This thing has always had a really raw, gnarly sound to it. So which way do we want to go? There are so many different options for where you can go on this map. Now, you might look at it from up top and think, oh, it's not like super complicated. It doesn't look all that crazy. It just looks like roads. That's literally just, you know, that's literally just to tell you where everything is. That's not to tell you the intensity of what you're about to encounter or run into. So let's make our way on out of the garage, and I think, let's see, should we take a right or should we take a left? Oh my god, I don't even know. I love how it's kind of based around almost a power line trail. At least that's what it feels like it's based around, because you've got these massive power towers just kind of sitting in the middle of these miniature fields, and then you've got just this like random service road that runs alongside them. Now, there was a trail up behind that house, but I wanted to make sure that we didn't take the very first trail we saw, because I think that there's something to be said for getting at least a little bit of surface level exploration under your belt on a map like this before immediately diving into a trail. Look how highly banked that is. That is gnarly, dude. Like, you could come blasting into that in a pre-runner, although I can't promise you're gonna stay upright all the way out of it, because there's not really an opposing banking to catch you on the other side. This actually, in my opinion, really does an amazing job. This section right here does an amazing job of kind of conveying that same feeling and view that you get from a lot of these, like, East Coast, you know, power line trail style roads and back roads and stuff like that. It's very, very familiar to me. Oh boy. God, I love how this thing will, like, slide a little bit under power. It's awesome. It's not a lot of sliding, but it's just enough. It's just a little bit. This map is so neat. It's so sick how it's, like, all positioned around kind of that general East Coast wheeling vibe. Now, since this power line trail kind of ends right here, what I'm gonna do, instead of driving back on the road, is I'm gonna recover back to the garage, and then I'm gonna take the trail that is right up here by that same house that we started at. Now, if we make a left right here, well, there's actually multiple trails. There's like a couple of different runs. There's one run right behind the house, it looks like, almost like a washout, and then there's another trail up there to the left. Let's see. So these aren't really all that marked. Like, they're kind of marked, but not like super well marked. I tell you what, let's take this one. This one looks like a kind of like just someone's random backyard trail. Oh, dude, this is already super, like, oh, it's actually really realistically set up. Not only is it really realistically set up, but it also looks wonderful. These rocks are incredible looking. Come on, find some grip. We're kind of bound up a little bit right there. Might need a tad more wheel speed. Not much more. Not any more vehicle speed. Just a little bit more, like, wheel speed itself. Just to get the... Oh, there we go. Just to get the scramble for traction going. Come on. I just needed to push itself around that edge. All right, I'm going to back it up and realign because that's a little bit of a sketchy spot. I'm kind of in a weird position with this wheelbase, too. And there it is. Dude, this is so realistically set up. This is set up so incredibly well. I'm not sure what vehicle Red benchmarked this map with, or what, you know, what vehicles that he tested it with, benchmarked it with, but, like, either way, I mean, even this thing, there's a challenge for it for sure. Whoa, you've got multiple line choice. There is a light on that tree. I just now know, what? That's great. There's a light on that tree. I was not expecting to see that right there. I love the use of these logs in the middle of the trail. Oh, and look at the sun rays coming through the trees. That is so beautiful. Oh, that log is totally intentional. That's such a line. Like, dude, you can actually use that log as a line. Oh, that's amazing. There we go. This has got to be one of the most realistically satisfying maps I have played in recent memory for sure. Just scrambling on up and over. What's cool about this place is that it feels it honestly, like, it feels so incredibly... I know I keep using the term realistic, and I've tried to not overuse that term because, you know, you can say something's realistic and people will go, oh, yeah, okay, cool, it's realistic, whatever. But, like, no. Like, the angles at which these corners are set up, the angles at which the rocks are set up, the approaches that you, like, actually drive up to obstacles from, these are all well thought out, and very, very well thought out, and very well orchestrated and put together. They feel like, literally, go and watch some video footage of East Coast wheeling from, like, be it Ultimate Adventure or, you know, any other videos that give you a true idea of East Coast wheeling, and they look like this. They genuinely look like this, and it's just... the fact that it's been conveyed so well is top tier, absolute top tier map creation for sure. I can see why this was a long-term project. That's a lot of mud. I don't know if I can make it through that. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over to the left. Oh God, ow. Holy, wow, that stump was a lot taller than I thought it was gonna be. Look at this. Oh, again. That, like, combination of mud and rocks with trails that intersect with each other and then end up at, like, a campground. Dude, that is literally East Coast wheeling to a T. Like, I am driving through a SnowRunner recreation of East Coast wheeling. It's I don't even know how to better convey that. I can't even wait to take the Tundra out and see what the difference is with that, because, you know, this and that are completely different rigs, and I can't wait to see the difference between how they both handle a map like this. Now, that Tundra on 37s, as opposed to this thing on 40-some-odd inch tires, is going to be obviously a little bit different. We're going to have to pick some different lines. We're going to have to take some different trails, but that's okay, you know? Bringing different vehicles out here and vehicles of various capability levels is, I think, really important because it allows you to test the map in totally different ways, and not only that, but it can honestly give you a whole new take on the exact same map when you switch up the type of vehicle you're driving. And look at this, like, miniature rock quarry. Oh, it's so satisfying to just flex your way through something like this. It really, really is. God. And we're about to come up on an area that's, like, it looks like it's been logged at one point. I don't know if it's, like, actively being logged still, but it may, I don't know, it may be. Let's see, what do we have going on? No way. No, he did not. Oh, that's awesome. Can we actually just drive up on top of these logs with the ramps? That is so sick. That is so sick. The fact that he just set ramps there, that's amazing. Like, I was not expecting them to do that. Hold on. Let's go back and get a little bit of a run at it. I know that this isn't the fastest thing in the world, but I really want to ramp that. Because honestly, they wouldn't have put those there if they didn't expect people to ramp them at least once. All right. Let's see what we've got. Maybe fourth gear. Thank you. Oh, come on. That was beautiful. Oh my God, that was amazing. I forgot how well this thing takes jumps when you send it off of a jump in fourth gear. God, even the high-speed suspension behavior and suspension dynamics of this thing are top tier. It really has been so long since I've driven this thing, and I don't know why. I don't know why I let it go that long in between, like, you know, when I last drove it and now, because what a rewarding experience it is to drive this thing. It really is.